So we were just running around the island to get back into the next inlet, and the engine started to sputter. Now we have Marcus over here pumping the fuel because it's a fuel delivery issue, and every time he pumps it, we can go for about, run for about what, 3 minutes?
Yeah, 2 or 3 minutes.
2 to 3 minutes, and then it'll start to sputter again until we pump it again. So there's some kind of fuel delivery issue, but we'll have to figure it out when we get back. At least we can make it back in. About to be at my mom's house where I keep my boat. It's been sitting for a while, and any boat owner knows that if the boat's been sitting for a little bit, you got some work to do. So there she is, sitting there all dirty and whatnot. This boat has been sitting for about 2 months now since I went to that Captiva Island, and yeah, it is filthy, as you can see. So much dirt everywhere, and then a bunch of dirt under there. Now in summer in Florida, you have to have the bimini on because it gets so hot around here. Like, you can't even be on the boat for more than 20 minutes without being in the shade or you'll pass out. So whenever winter time comes, for the past 3 years, I've taken the bimini off my boat because you just don't need it. It's not as hot. Just 2 simple screws and it comes right off. Here's the gas tank that needs to be cleaned and emptied. Now I'm just gonna throw on the muffs and fire up for a minute, make sure everything's running good, make sure the battery cranks up. Let's crank her up. No fuel attached, just fuel that's in the engine. All right, she's running perfect. Now it's just time to hook her up and empty out this fuel can and take her to go get cleaned. Need about 1 more inch. I do not have a backup camera or all that automated trailer assist stuff. I just have to eyeball it myself. And we are off. She's looking good. For anyone who saw the video, the last time I had my boat out was at North Captiva Island, and I was actually offshore, and we had a fuel issue to where the engine wasn't sucking enough fuel. So like every 30 seconds or so, it would start to bog out unless we pumped the fuel bolt on the fuel line from the tank to the engine. Everybody is telling me that it's probably the fuel pump, which it probably is. But I did notice a small leak in the fuel line, so I'm going to change. I got a small clamp and I want to change like where the clamp is. It's not clearly, it's leaking a little bit, so I want to put on a new clamp and tighten that down so that's not leaking anymore. So hopefully that helps with the fuel issue. Right now I'm heading over to my dad's house because he has some extra tanks where I want to empty this fuel into so I can go get some fresh fuel. Move your hat. Well, we made a little bit of a mess, but that's fine. We'll clean all this off. Got all the gas in a separate tank. I'm gonna go fill up this gas tank with nice fresh fuel. Not saying that the fuel that was in there was bad, but you just don't know. It's been sitting in there for a couple of months. So here's a little clamp where fuel has been leaking. This hose connects to my engine actually, so we're just replacing it with a metal clamp from a plastic clamp just to give it a better seal. Since we clamped that piece up, and I put some nice fresh fuel in here. I only filled it halfway up, but I figured I'd get some fuel treatment real quick. I always gotta treat the boat. Every couple of times that I fill up my boat, I always add some kind of like fuel treatment or sea foam. All right, we've been here for a good like 7-8 minutes now, and it's still going strong. I don't think it's gonna die out. I don't think it's gonna die out unless I give it power, but I have nobody here with me to sit in the back of the boat and like squeeze the bulb if like it stalls out, so that'd be extremely annoying to take it down. I don't know, I guess I'm gonna call it. I'm just gonna say it's running good. I need to come back out here with somebody who I can test it out with, test run it, give it some gas. So I know once I give it some fuel, I mean, it's kind of. I know once I start giving it some gas, it's gonna start stalling out on me. I don't want to be out there by myself. I almost put her to 3K right there and running perfectly fine. Okay. Well, at least it's looking good. Right now it's looking good. I have to come out here with somebody, I guess. I just knew if it was gonna stall out while it was just idling, there is a fuel issue. But I guess I have to come out here with somebody and really give it some gas and somebody who can pump the bowl for me. Well, I just took the boat over to the car wash, and the car wash is closed. I guess everything closes early on Sunday, so it looks like I'm going home to hand wash this thing.